Sorry. My name's Dale, and this is a story on New Year's Day 2021 about how when I was out jogging, a car doing 47 mile an hour in a 30 hit me at 42 mile an hour and caused a huge amount of life-changing injuries. I got up on New Year's Day, I think the first New Year's Day of my adult life without a hangover. So I thought the best thing would be to go for a jog. It's about 10:30 in the morning. Went out for a 5k run, a route that I've done 100 times plus. And as towards the end of the route, I crossed a road, and as I came out of the cemetery, a car doing 47 miles per hour in a 30 zone ran me down. My daily routine is very different. I have a lot less time for myself because I've got to do so much just to sort of almost exist. I had a broken bone in my skull, 2 bleeds on the brain, both of my scapula's broken, my sternum in 2 places, most of my ribs, 9 fractured vertebrae, punctured lung, severely bruised liver, and I'm extremely lucky to be alive today. I don't remember anything about this on the day either, this is just what I've been told. I was very, very lucky that the first car coming in the opposite direction was an off-duty first responder. And then from there, the paramedics turned up, and then the Hampshire and Isle of Wight Air Ambulance turned up, and they administered a huge amount of treatment at the side of the road. They could see I had a huge head injury, my blood pressure was dropping, so they gave me 4 pints of blood at the side of the road. They dealt with my punctured lung. They sort of really tried to stabilise me. In the words of Dr. Bentley, I think it was seconds from not making it, so I was very, very lucky. Often it's could be one of the most traumatic incidents in your life, so you might need a lot of support, physically, emotionally. My now wife, who I married 6 months after getting injured, I mean, she's been by my side the entire time. I only got to see... In hospital, it was COVID, so I only got to see my wife for an hour and a half in the 75 days in hospital, and that was it that I saw anyone. Especially since getting out of hospital, like, my wife's always been there by my side, has done everything, and this has very much been a journey that's affected us quite equally, and it's something that we've both got through together. So many injuries on my chest, so all my ribs, sternum. When they tried to fix my spine by putting me onto my front to do my surgery on day 2, they very quickly realised that I could not handle the surgery, so they had to revive me and then let me heal for a couple of weeks before they could then fix my spine, which was completely dislocated and broken. So at the time of the incident, I would happily say that they saved my life. I think without them, without being able to have a doctor, without being able to offer the medication and the treatments that they could offer at the side of the road, there's no way. Or if I would have survived, my brain damage would have been a lot worse, and I had a much more severe head injury. So for sure, I'm as capable and able as I am today because of the air ambulance. I've had a lot of interaction with them since being injured. I've been able to meet the paramedic, John, who saved my life, and that was a hugely meaningful moment for me. And being able to always ask questions and be engaged and sort of get a lot of support from the air ambulance. Their support continues long after the incident. I've missed out on a lot of things because things with my spinal cord injury get in the way and I can't go out and I can't do things. Also have a brain injury, then just sort of having to manage how I go about things and do things. Everything takes a lot more planning and a lot more thought, and there's a lot more to consider. And it's taken a long time to get to the point where I can feel comfortable travelling on my own and doing things on my own. I've learned I'm fairly resilient. I've been able to achieve a lot of different things, and it's energised me in a way that I didn't think was as possible. I now want to just do as much as I can There's always too much going on, which my wife is never particularly happy about. It ranges from different sports. I've been to sit skiing in Colorado. I'm now an elite wheelchair racer, doing London Marathon next year in the elite wheelchair race. Do a lot of sailing, so now I'm now trustee of a sailing charity for Disabled Sailors Association, and I've done the Round the Isle of Wight sailing race with them a couple of years ago. And then for work now, I work for Spinal Research as head of operations, trying to find a cure for spinal cord injuries and doing loads of really interesting projects and things for them there. My wife, my daughter, my dog is a very fulfilling part of my life, and I always try and put that first. And then there's all the other things, like I really have a thing about helping other people. I feel very, very fortunate that I've had the support network I've had to be able to get through this, because it's made it like 1,000 times easier. Without them, I don't know, it would have been so much harder. We all lost that day. You know, I don't at any point think he maliciously went out to run me down. I just think he did something exceptionally stupid. But you drive at that speed on that road, someone was going to get hurt. I was never a particularly dangerous or silly driver, but now I'm like really sensitive to how other people drive on the road and get just the amount of stupid things and unnecessary things that you see people do for no reason. The only thing that can happen really is that someone gets hurt. It's always worth remembering that road traffic incidents can happen to anyone, but none of us are immune from it. Driving a vehicle that can massively affect someone, take someone's life at any time if you're not paying attention. So we need to not be complacent, we need to be careful about what we're doing, we need to drive safely and make sure that we are giving our full attention to the road. When you're driving at 70 miles an hour, things happen in an absolute heartbeat, so if you're not paying attention, you won't be ready. No one who's ever got behind the wheel of a car and caused an accident thought it was going to happen before it happened. So you should never be so complacent to think that it couldn't happen to you. Of course it can. So you should always make sure that when you get in a car behind the vehicle, that you're ready to drive, that you're ready to make sure that you drive safely, that you're aware of what's going on, that you're physically okay, that you're mentally okay, that your car is okay. You know, it's important. We change people's lives if we're not driving carefully, so it's important that we do drive as best we can. Help make a difference today to build a safer tomorrow for everyone.